turn off your lights. I said, my lights? We're flying in Air Force One. We just spent trillions of dollars on fighting, and you can't fly in with lights on? No, sir, it's very, very dangerous out there. So I said, oh, obviously turn them off. Then he comes in addition to the lights, we want to turn down the shades. So I said, you mean not even shades? Okay, we turn down the shades. Then I said, I want to go upstairs. This is 747, 2 levels. Beautiful plane. Just ordered new ones, by the way. Beautiful, beautiful new ones. And Boeing just, by the way, did the biggest order in the history of Boeing. Just did with your beautiful territory right here. They ordered, I think, 160 planes. I think it's the largest order ever for aircraft. So I salute the people from Boeing, Kelly, and everybody, and General Electric. The engines are General Electric Super Prime, and I really think it's great. Congratulations. But I go up to see the pilots because I love sitting with the pilots. I admire their skill. I really do. And amazing, especially at a certain level. And when you fly Air Force One, supposedly you're the best pilot. So I hope that's true, by the way. But it seems to be. I have no complaints. We land, it's like always landing like glass. I've had pilots where when you land, it's not a pretty picture. In fact, you admire the plane so much for being able to keep apart. You know, I mean, sometimes I land with some of these guys. You're bouncing down the runway. I'm saying these planes are amazing that they don't crack up. But these pilots land, I mean, and the 747's a hard one to land, but they're great. So I go up, I see the pilots. I say, hi, Captain. The guy's a handsome guy. We've got a blonde flat top. I'd like to have a flat top like that. I don't know if the hair's good enough for that. I don't think so. I don't think I'm going to try it either. But perfect person, and I look at the right, he's perfect. Everybody was perfect. I like perfect human beings. I said, how are we doing, Captain? We're doing fine, sir. We'll be there in half hour, sir. I said, they want the lights turned off, Captain. And they do, yes, sir, they're doing the right thing. Oh, that's great, Captain. It's great. So now we're 15 more minutes, and all of a sudden, and most of you know this sound because that's what you do, but you have the computer voice, a beautiful voice where it says 1,900. They're talking about feet. So when you're in the big planes and sophisticated planes, the voice comes on, and I'm sitting back there watching them fly it beautifully, and I'm still not 100% happy with the statement that he agrees that the lights should be turned off. I would have preferred that he said, no, there's no problem. But that's not what he said. So we're going through, and it goes 1,900, 800, 700. Talking about feet. Now, 700 is getting pretty close to the ground. I don't see a thing. There's no lights. There's no runway. And I've done this a lot. And I always see the runway in the distance. I have fairly good eyes. I'd say for my age, extremely good eyes. And I don't see a runway. 600, 500. Captain, are we okay? Yes, sir. We'll be landing in just a few minutes, sir. 400. Captain, are we okay? I don't see a runway up there, Captain. Oh, we're fine, sir. No problem, sir. 300, 200. I'm saying, Captain, you sure we're okay here? And he said, we're fine, sir. And then, boom, you know, just lands that thing so beautifully, and I see they had no light, they had no nothing. I don't know how the hell they do it, okay? All I know is we landed like, and for him it was routine. And I'm trying to pretend I'm cool as a cucumber. You know, I'm your president. I'm supposed to be cool as a cucumber. And I'm like, you know, I'm like, I'm not happy. But after we land, I actually went to my people and I said, I want to ask you a question. I did a very brave thing just there. Is the president allowed to designate himself for the Congressional Medal of Honor? And they said, sir, honestly, that wouldn't be good. I said, okay. So anyway, we get it. I kid. You know, I have to say I kid because the fake news is back there, and they'll actually, no, it's true. And they'll say that the president wanted to give himself the Congressional Medal of Honor, and he was talked out of it by his staff. So anyway, so I get the door open.